Aloha everyone, my name is Marley Lalapali and this is my special ceremonies presentation on dances in Kiribati. So their general word or for dancing is te moai, which sorry if I butcher all of these words, but yeah, so that's just their word for dance, and their dances consist of a lot of emotional intensity. There's a lot of preparation, lots of spiritual and very symbolic things that go into their dances, so they often are very emotional, just very intense sometimes. One very unique and different thing about their type of dancing is they mimic the movement of birds, specifically the frigate and Pacific golden plover. So that's the top left picture is a frigate bird, and then you can also see below on their flag they also have a symbol of a bird, so very symbolic, something that's just very unique about their type of dancing. All members of the community participate in dancing, so men and women, young and old, everyone participates. The first style of dancing, there's about 8 styles I'm going to talk about, but the first style is called Te Caboose. So this one is based on beat and timing a lot, so they have a lot of clapping, step footing that occurs in these dances, and men and women participate in this type of dance. It is also performed during special events such as Christmas or New Year's Eve. The next style is called Te Buki, which it's reserved only for women, and it's similar to Tahitian in that they focus on the movement of the hips, and so they try to really keep your shoulders and torso very still, so it's supposed to kind of look effortless as a disconnect from the torso and hips where you get lots of hip movement and very little upper body movement. This originated in the northernmost part of the island but is pretty much practiced everywhere now. In this very specific costume for the women, they wear boiled and softened newly sprouted coconut leaf, and it's known as te kakoko. It's about shin length, and it can weigh up to 10 kilograms, which is almost 22 pounds. So, very, very cool. The next style of dancing is called te ruia, which is the oldest form of dancing. The dancers move in time with typically background singers, so there's singing, chanting that occurs during this type of dance. It's typically 3 verses long, and the tempo gradually increases throughout that. In older times, it was a warrior dance that men performed, and it's still important today because it's used in formal contests between rival troops. The next style of dancing is called Te Kamatoa, and this is the most widely practiced dance in Kiribati, and the meaning of the name is the dance of strength. So this dance specifically really tests their dancers' physical strength, so it has long periods of outstretched arms, and it also tests their emotional endurance. The music in this one is often emotional, and so it's not uncommon for weeping throughout the dance. This is also performed by men, women, and children. The next style of dance is called Te Siriri, which this is the only dance that you use a percussion instrument, and this is also known as a stick dance. So it's typically performed by a group of 10 to 20 paired dancers, and they have about a foot-long stick that is struck in time to accompany the music. This one is more rarely performed in contemporary Kiribati, but really cool, very unique in that you use sticks in this one. That's what it's specific to. The next style is called Te Bino, and this is the sitting down dance, and so it's a lot of graceful upper body movements. It's performed by both men and women. So for costumes, they were made from local materials, which is kind of unique because there is not a lot of abundant materials in Kiribati, so they kind of had to become a little bit more creative with their costuming. So in the dance earlier we talked about, women could wear boiled and softened newly sprouted coconut leaf, which was known as te kakoko, And then te nuota is a men's dancing belt, and this often was actually made from the woman's hair, or at least woman's hair was woven into it. So different resources they used were coconut leaves or fruit from the coconut trees, pandanus trees, and any local flowers they had. The costuming was typically very vibrant and colorful, as you can see in the pictures, lots of different colors. They had small headdresses. That red was a very popular color. So just a little cultural background. This kind of cleared gender roles in a sense in Kiribati, just because when dancing and when dancing with men and women, all are seen as equal. There's no like specific parts or roles often that are given out. Like the men and women are typically seen as similar. These dances were often performed during holidays or just any big celebrations. It was kind of their own unique form of art and expression. And like I said earlier, it's very spiritual, and there's a lot of emotions attached to these dances. We're just going to watch a really quick video of one, so we'll kind of let you guys see. So just from that video, you kind of got a little perspective, a little look at the different types of dancing. As you see, in the first little part of the video, it was talking about the birds. So just like that's very symbolic throughout all of their dances, is symbolizing back to this bird, and the movements of the bird are very typical in their dances. But yeah, that was Dances in Kiribati. That's why I'm excited.